Hey guys, what's going on? Time for another YouTube video. I'm here in Florida, spending some time down in the Florida Keys, catching some fish on the bridges. Now the bridges are everywhere, from Key Largo down to Key West. There are a ton of opportunities, whether you have a boat, you want to rent a boat from the local marina for a few hours, or you want to fish off the bridges. Fishing is very accessible here in the Keys, and the only thing I have to say to you to learn would be the tides, because moving water means biting fish. Now, before I get into this, what I'm using and how I'm catching them, do me a favor, click subscribe down below, and also hit the get notifications bell. That makes sure our videos get into your feed. Also, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll be happy to help you out. So, we're talking about fishing bridges. This is the Channel 5 bridge in between Isla Mirada and Marathon. There are a ton of bridges and they almost always have fish on them. And one thing you can do here is come down here and catch a variety of species. Now, you can target the big fish, the sharks, the tarpon at a certain time of year, the big groupers. They all live around these bridges. But if you really just want to have some fun and bend a rod, I would highly recommend doing what I'm doing now, and that is bringing my smallmouth or walleye gear. I've got a 7'5" medium power extra fast action rod that I use for smallmouth, a 3000 size Shimano Ultegra, and 8-pound Power Pro braid. And what I do is I tie a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader off the end of it, and I've got a little ball head jig. This is a 1/2 ounce jig head with a Crush City Jerk 3.75. So you can use small swim baits, you can use this, but what I will say to you is try to find baits that are super TPE, that super stretchy stuff. The Crush City stuff is excellent for that. When you're looking at your bridges, if you go to a bridge and you want to call the fish in, one thing that's very easy to do here in Florida is go to your local bait shop or grocery store and buy a chum block. Now, a chum block is either menhaden or other bait fish chopped up, frozen into a block. Some of them at some of the stores like Publix come in a mesh bag already. You tie a rope to it, you fire it over the bridge, you watch which way the current is going, and then if you wait 10-15 minutes, a bunch of snappers and jack crevalles and bait fish will be downwind or down current of that chum bag, and you can fish them that way. For me, I'm in a boat. I'm just basically going along from pier to pier and fishing, and when I see a bunch of fish, I sit on them and catch them. Here, I've got a navigation channel with a bunch of piers in the water, and all I'm doing is really taking this jig head and casting it close to the pier, closing my bail, letting it fall, hop it a couple times, and there's a fish right there. That's how fast it is to catch fish here. It really is. Now, these are all jack crevalles in this area. I have caught mangrove snapper. This bridge is actually one of the best tarpon bridges in the Keys when you're in the proper months. There he is, just got off. Let's get another one right away. So make a flip, cast it towards the pier, let it fall, hop it a couple times, boom. Oh, lost him. Hop it a couple times. There he is, another one. I mean, you could do this all day long. So really, if you're looking just to have some fun fishing, stretching a line, jack crevalles are like your best friend. And there are so many of them down here in the Keys. Another piece of advice I could give you is if you're gonna come down here, get yourself a D-hooker. It saves you so much time and spines in your hand. So basically you take this D-hooker, you slide it in right where the jig is, you pull down on your line, give them a little shake, and off they go. That is how hard it is to catch fish in the Florida Keys. It's really as simple as make your cast, let it hit the water, close your bail, hop it a couple times, and set the hook. It is that fun. Now, if you guys could do me a favor, click subscribe down below. That will help make sure our videos get into your feed, along with that get notifications bell. Now, if you have any questions or comments about setups or times of year for this stuff, I'm no expert at this, but I can have a good time catching fish down here at the Keys, and this is a load of fun, especially when it's freezing back home in Canada. Come down here, come with your family, go on a trip, drive the bridges, and fish and catch some fish. It's a great way to do it. So I hope you guys are all staying safe. I hope you're all having fun. Most importantly, I hope you're all doing what I'm doing and catching some fish. We'll talk to you next time.